Hi everyone, this is Masami. I hope you are doing well. I wanted to make a quick video on the new moon on Virgo. I hope you are all feeling this beautiful, settling, calming energy that is coming from the sky. I am really loving this right now. As I'm recording this, the moon is definitely moving towards the new moon from the dark moon, and this calming, settling energies, really, I'm appreciating it because it's been tough and kind of a turmoil, maybe stormy for the last week or so for me. And I am hearing that from many of my clients as well. So I thought I will reach out to all of you and make a quick video about it. For this new moon, and I would say the next couple of days, so through maybe up to about Sunday or so, it's a great timing for all of us to press reset, a reset button. And with the theme of the September energy that I've mentioned in the video, which I will put a link below as well, but it's all about honoring the right timing. This is a really good time for physically reset your button and say, I'm going to sleep at the regular time. And maybe eating more regular timing, so you're not skipping meals for long 6 7 hours and you're starving and you're eating giant dinner and things like that. So really paying the attention to the timing of it. And if you need to reset the clock, this is the time to do it. And maybe reset the time and honor your own internal clock. If you're spending way too much time in front of the computer or a TV or screen, Zoom calls and things like that, really, I encourage you to reset your button so you're not doing that all the time. And I'm saying that to myself as well, because I have noticed that I was spending quite a bit of time in front of the Zoom screens or a computer, and it was starting to really impact me, to be honest with you. I was feeling agitated. I couldn't feel grounded. It wasn't the lethargic kind of feelings, but I was certainly feeling out of touch with my own inner needs. And but here's the thing about the balance of this new moon, the reset, it's gonna help us to seek out or maybe learn about ourselves a little bit more, is that for the last almost 2 months, with Venus retrograde and so many other planets going retrograde, and during the Mercury retrograde as well, which, by the way, is going to go direct tomorrow. So I'm very much looking forward to that. We spent and we were in the mode of in the mode of myself. So it was a lot of focus on my life expressions, my efforts, my accomplishments, or things that I didn't get done, my needs, my dreams. So there was a lot of me focus that went on for the last 2 months or so. I would say from mid-July till now. So good 2 months we've spent really digging deeper, diving deeply into the needs of the needs of myself. So individually, and it was necessary. And it was a beautiful process, and it was important journey that we all took ourselves through, and we focused and we learned the importance of self-care. But with this reset of this new moon midway through September, let's begin to shift our attention little bit more. Little by little is okay, but towards and in lifting our heads and our eyes towards, look around to others. What are others struggling with, and do they need my support? What can we do to support that? Maybe little by little, don't rush, because we're in Virgo, and then I will explain this a little later here. But we don't need to jump into completely changing the course from self-care to caring all your attention to supporting others. But begin to notice what makes others happy, what makes them feel peaceful inside, what makes them feel content. There's a lot of needs out there in this world. You can't do everything, but if we can do just a little at a time, maybe just a smile that you offer at the checkout, or maybe you help somebody carry their groceries to their car, or pay it forward kind of a thing. But my recommendation is that you don't jump in and change course so dramatically from the self-care to caring for others too soon, but begin to maybe contemplate some ways that you can show up for the second half of the month differently. And this is the time that I feel like we're shifting into from self-care time to collective care time. The balance is much needed, and this new moon is really asking us what makes us balanced within on the individual level, but on the collective level as well. And this new moon in Virgo is such a beautiful time when you get to stop and think of your own inner balance between the yin and yang, the outside and inside. What energies are you putting outside? What are some of the inside energies that you are protecting and needing more of? Day and light, and human doing versus human being. So begin to notice that before you welcome the seasonal change that is coming at the end of this month also. And the Virgo energy is often around being helpful and kind and patient and reliable. Virgo's virtues or their tendencies, let's say, they are, it tends to be hardworking and reliable, right? So when the new moon is in Virgo, these kind of characteristics will impact all of us. But what's interesting about the moon's influence is that it tends to influence us from the opposite side. So it's the dark side of the moon kind of thing. It's not good or bad. It's not the shadow side of Virgo, but you may actually notice yourself feeling like I've been overly emphasizing being helpful and kind and patient and reliable, and I'm showing up for everything, and I'm a hardworking person. And those traits are great, but during the new moon, that kind of energy can backfire on us. So you might be feeling somewhat fatigued from being this way, those characteristics that I mentioned. So this has really nothing to do with your sun sign. This has to do with kind of a collective energy that gets influenced by the moon. That's why I love working with the moon, because it's more of a collective energy. So you might be feeling a bit of, like I said, fatiguing from being so kind and helpful and patient. And maybe some of you are struggling with so-called compassion fatigue. So please don't overemphasize these kind of traits that tend to come with the sun level of Virgo, because the moon is going to shine it from the other angle. So let's not overemphasize these. And it's okay for you for the next several days to say, I can't do that today. I'm sorry, but I have to cancel. I know it's last minute, but I hope you can understand. And I apologize. And I will make up for the lost time and things like that, but I may need to cancel the appointment. Or I'm sorry, I think I cannot attend to the coffee meeting that you're having in the afternoon tomorrow. Something like that. It's okay to take almost the not quite opposite, but fatiguing side of the Virgo's energy and flip it towards the moon side of the energy and say, I don't always need to be so reliable for everything that I do and everything that I show up for. So I hope that helps to understand what new moon in Virgo means. And I hope to share more and more of these as I put these videos together. But this is how I look at the moon energy. It's probably quite different than what you have heard in the past, but this is what I have intuitively guided to look at the world from the lens of the moon. And last thing is that the body is going to go through some seasonal changes right around now and into the next week or so. So really pay attention to what's changing in your body. One of the areas that I think many of us collectively are going to be feeling is our skin. Our skin texture may change. Maybe the moisture on your skin may change. How your skin feels and it looks in the morning might be different. So with that, let's begin to slowly change your skincare maybe process, that you've been doing during the other seasons. So maybe it's the summer for the Northern Hemisphere, maybe for the winter in the Southern Hemisphere. The skincare regimen is going to begin to change. So change your routine around that. And skin, is reflecting the health of your small intestine, which I briefly talked about in the September energy update video. And the link is below, so you can take a look at there. Supporting your small intestinal health is important because your skin reflects the health of your small intestine. And this month, from this point forward, will be really helpful if you can begin to address the fats in your diet. So it's not just the saturated fats, but do you have adequate omega-3s? Do you have adequate omega-6s? I'm noticing that I am needing more high quality omega-6s, like evening primrose oil. And I have been using some sunflower oil. I am using different things like a flaxseed oil that has a little bit more omega-3s as well. So I love saturated fats, but as the seasonal change come in around in the Northern Hemisphere when we're heading towards fall, this is when I do feel that I am requiring different fats. So please do pay a little bit of attention to that and let your body speak to that. And this is the month around this new moon. I think this moon is very gentle. Like I said, it has a very gentle energy, but it's preparing you slowly, little by little, to shift your focus from myself and I kind of a focus and my self-care to collective care, collective beauty, collective understanding, that kind of a care. So we're beginning to shift the season from my care, my needs, to our needs, our collective love, our expressions of support. That seasonal shift is also happening. And this seasonal shift is going to be a pivotal kind of a shift for us to prepare for the coming year of 2024. So that's what I wanted to say about the new moon in Virgo. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, I would really welcome the thumbs up and then you following my channel as I put these videos together as often as I can. I look forward to being with you again. Thank you for being this beautiful soul that you are. I so appreciate you. Namaste.